introduction. I'm Julian. I'm a research scientist at the Ethereum Foundation, but 2 years ago, I was a volunteer at Devcon in Amsterdam. So I'd like to share something that's an insider's perspective on how to start contributing to economic protocol research. So first of all, what does protocol research mean? Well, it means contributing to Ethereum's future, whether this is via decentralization, efficiency, or censorship resistance, using tools from crypto economics to help make decisions. So I think industry research very much is about research as a tool for decision making. And here it means we need to find what are the properties that we want for Ethereum. So these are normative questions, and then answer these with, given these properties, what economic mechanisms are optimal. And here you can see a picture of the Scourge, which is part of Vitalik's roadmap, which is the main part of crypto economic research that we're focusing on now. So where to start? It might seem a bit daunting to read the roadmap, because the roadmap is about all parts of the ecosystem. And then if you continue and you read some other posts, some of them may be a bit too in-depth. I think the best way to start is simply by finding some researchers whose work you really, really like. And often in their post, they'll say something like, these are the limitations of my research, or there is some opportunity for future research here. And then try to identify some way how you can extend upon their research. And then very importantly, which is very important in crypto, is just contact them with your idea, because everyone is open to find new people. So when you're trying to find a problem, make sure to take into account tractability and innovativeness. So tractability means how well can I answer this question, and innovativeness means how innovative is my answer. And tractability depends on your skill sets. If you've been a programmer before, perhaps something is easier that involves a lot of development. Whereas if you're coming from academia, maybe you're better at answering questions of these are the properties that we want and what is the optimal mechanism to use. But also find some trade-off there. So let's say that this is the optimal frontier. Find some problem that should, in principle, be ideal. But then be aware that this is actually very difficult to do. Don't spend too much time looking for the optimal problem. Just get your hands dirty, get familiar with how Ethereum works, and do this by finding some problem that's maybe not on the frontier, but that's at least tractable to your skill set and has a small contribution if possible. It's important to get to know the protocol before you start doing something, because the protocol is very large and very complex. And getting to know all of it first is simply too time-consuming. That being said, I think Ethereum very much has a culture of just come in. Everyone is very open and is actively looking for active contributors who are here for the long term. And I think this is our unique property as an ecosystem. We want to be decentralized. We want to be geographically decentralized, and decentralized in terms of who brings which ideas. So please just come in. So that was my pitch. Thank you very much. If you've heard Justin's talk yesterday about Beam Chain, this will need a lot of new people looking at various different subjects of the Ethereum protocol. So if you feel you're interested and you have some idea of where you can contribute, and your idea is maybe not on the frontier, but it's tractable and it's innovative, then email beam.chain@ethereum.org. Thank you.
So now we have time for some questions. Do you want to? OK, I can. Are there any questions? Up over there. Watch out for the computer.
Well, one, very much appreciate your time. I just wanted to ask for the spelling of that email real quick.
Let me see if I can go back or not. No, OK, so it's just beam, B-E-A-M, .chain@ethereum.org.
Beam.j.
Beam.chain.
All right.
Any other question? No. We have a bit of time. So over there.
Hello, I'm a researcher from university. And in university, there are some grant to ensure researcher can do their jobs. So if we want to work with someone in Ethereum ecosystem, how can we make the grant works in the university? Because I think the traditional academic institution are not accept the Ethereum foundation or something? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So for how, I can speak a bit to how grants work from the Ethereum Foundation and more how they work in the broader ecosystem. So first of all, in the broader ecosystem, there are lots of places willing to give grants. And I think most of them are focused in like this mindset of research for decision making. So there will be some specific question that needs to be answered, and sometimes academic work is a very, very good way to answer this question. Within the Ethereum Foundation, we give out academic grants, and they can be structured as grants or as gifts. If it's incompatible with your university, I'm sure that we can work something out. The application process is usually a bit different, so proposals don't have to be as formal as they are usually in academia. But again, I think the most valuable ones for us are clear, like that you have some understanding of how the protocol works for your question. So it's clear that the question is tractable, and it's clear what the contribution is. So what is the decision that you're trying to motivate, or what mechanism are you proposing?
Thank you. There's another question in the front.
Thank you for the talk. You use the term economic protocol. Is the same as token economic design, or is different?
I would say the terms that I use in this slide are not set in stone. So we would be open for research in various directions. So yeah, I wouldn't adhere too much to what's like the exact words in the slide. We'd be open to any economic ideas that you have for Ethereum.
Thank you. We have time for one more question. Is there any more questions?